Legislative Resolution number 1048 by Senators Díaz and Comrie, celebrating March 26, 2015 as Bangladesh Day. Whereas March 26 is the National Independence Day of Bangladesh. This day is celebrated in Bangladesh and all around the world in honor of his country's Declaration of Independence from Pakistan in the late hours of March 25, 1971, and the start of Bangladesh Liberation War. And whereas this day is also memorial to the deaths of thousands of students, civilians, political leaders, and unarmed Bengali people. The Bangladesh Liberation War started between West and East Pakistan. And whereas West Pakistan believed they were far superior to those in East Pakistan, they gave East Pakistan no privileges, they had a bad economy, and no rights. And whereas the first election in the history of Pakistan was held on December 7, 1970, there were 300 seats in the parliament. East Pakistan won 160 seats, and the West Pakistan won 81 seats. Instead of handing over the power to the winning party, they imposed martial law on East Pakistan. And whereas East Pakistan leader, Mr. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, urged the Bengali people to turn their homes into resisting forts, he said, "Our struggle is for freedom. Our struggle is for our independence." This speech is what mainly inspired the nation to fight for freedom. And whereas the West Pakistani Army sent a military plan known as Operation Searchlight, it was planned to curb the Bengalis' movement by taking control of major cities and eliminating all opposition, political or military. And whereas at the time Z.R. Rahman broadcasted a message that the Independent People's Republic of Bangladesh had been established. And whereas at this point, March 26, 1971, the Bangladesh Liberation War had broken out in the whole country. It was the day the Bengali people stood up to the Pakistani army. And whereas after a 9-month-long war, the Pakistani army finally surrendered unconditionally. Many lives were lost, but Bangladesh as a country gained its freedom, its independence. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this legislative body pause its deliberations to celebrate Bangladesh Day.
On the resolution, Senator Díaz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You should know that today I take this opportunity to express my appreciation and thanks to the leader of this chamber, the Honorable Senator Díaz, and to all of you, my colleagues, for granting me the opportunity to introduce this resolution. It is important, Mr. President, to know that today this Puerto Rican is proud to be here representing and recognizing the Bangladesh community. As you remember, just last week, on Tuesday, March 17, I brought more than 50 Garifonas to celebrate Garifuna African Month in this chamber. And today, ladies and gentlemen, this proud Puerto Rican from a town called Bayamon with kinky hair and broken English is proud to be able to sponsor this resolution celebrating Bangladesh Day for the 4th time here in this chamber. As you can see, Mr. President and colleagues, today we are joined in the Senate gallery by members of the Bangladesh community from the city of New York who came all the way here to this chamber to Albany to celebrate and to witness this special day. 8 members of the Bangladesh delegation are joining us here in the Senate chamber. They are Hilal Uddin Churi, Mahbub Jur, Nasreen Ahmed, Norul Abadin, Mahbub Arzan, Resh Kamran, Imran Shah, and Iman Muhammad Shedulak. who gave the invocation. Thank you for being with us here today. You should know, ladies and gentlemen, that March 26 is the Bangladesh National Independence Day. This day is celebrated in Bangladesh and also around the world in honor of its country's declaration of independence from Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to know that today we commemorate and remember the thousands of people who lost their life in the Bangladesh Liberation War, a war that started on March 26, 1971. It was the day the Bengali people stood up to the Pakistani army. It's also important to know that the first election in the history of Pakistan was held on December 7, 1970. December 7, Mr. President and ladies and gentlemen, it's a very important day, not only for the Bangladesh community, but also in the history of the United States of America, and personally, for me and my family. As I said before, December 7 is a very important day for me to remember. On December 7, 1941, the United States of America was attacked by the imperial forces of Japan in Pearl Harbor. On December 7, 1954, my mother, Anselma Martinez, passed away. And on December 7, 1970, Pakistan held its first election. Mr. President, and ladies and gentlemen, on that election day, there were 300 seats in the parliament. East Pakistan won 160 seats, and West Pakistan won only 81 seats. But instead of handing over the power to the winning party, they imposed martial law on East Pakistan. The leader of East Pakistan, Mr. Sheikh Mohammed Mujibur Rahman, urged the Bengali people to turn their homes into resisting force. He inspired the nation to fight for freedom with the following words: "Our struggle is for our freedom. Our struggle is for our independence." You must know that on this important occasion, Shaur Rahman proclaimed to all the Bengali people that the independent people Republic of Bangladesh has been established. And ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues, Mr. President, you should know that after 9 long months of war, the Pakistani army finally surrendered unconditionally. And while many lives were lost, Bangladesh as a country gained its freedom and independence. And that is why we are here today, to remember the suffering and sacrifice of their heroes and heroines. To conclude, Mr. President, once again, I want to acknowledge the delegation and express my appreciation to the Bangladesh community that came all the way here from New York City. I say, Assalamu alaikum, Dano Ba. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.